Good morning, one and all. Welcome to Python programming workshop. In this session, we will going to discuss collections in Python. In that, last type of collection, that is dictionary. So let's start. What is meant by dictionary? Dictionary is a collection type which is unordered, changeable and indexed. That means directory having index as well as but it is unordered and changeable. That means we can change the values in the dictionary. That is mutable. In Python, dictionaries are written with the curly brackets and they have keys and values. Curly bracket is also used for set also. Great. So next, dictionary in Python is an ordered collection of data values used to store data values for like in a map, that is key value pair. Dictionary holds key value pairs. Great. Values in the dictionary can be of any data type and can be duplicated, whereas keys can't be repeated and must be immutable. I hope you understand that is values in dictionary can be any type, data type and can be duplicated. Yes, great. But keys are not duplicated, keys are not repeated and keys must be immutable. We cannot change the keys. Okay, so I hope you understand difference between key and value pair. In dictionary, keys are case sensitive. Same name but different cases of key will be treated distinctly. Because Python is also case sensitive, here cases, small case or uppercase letters having same name but it considered as a two different key values. Great. Dictionary can be created by built-in function dict. An empty dictionary can be created by just placing to the curly brackets. Great. So we will create first how dictionary is created. Suppose I want to create one dictionary for my personal biodata. So I am creating, this is name as a key and value as a Amol, colon, and then separated by the key value pairs by comma operator. So let's move to PyCharm and print the create the dictionary and print that dictionary. Great. It is also possible to use the dictionary constructor to make a new dictionary. Yeah, dictionary dict. So this is a dict, D-I-C-T, dict. Dict means a dictionary constructor, and using this dictionary constructor we can create the dictionary with different key value pairs. So there are different ways to create dictionary and print the dictionary. First one is using the curly brackets and mention key value pairs, as well as using dictionary assign the values, brand is equal to, that is key is equal to value pair, and you can also create new dictionary and print the dictionary one. Great guys. So open, we can access the items of the dictionary by referencing to the its key name inside the square bracket. Okay, so let's move to the PyCharm IDE and check whether it works properly or not. Great. So create one new Python file, right click, new Python file, give the name as a dictionary 23. Okay, press enter, it creates one Python file. Now create the dictionary dict1 is equal to curly brackets, inside curly bracket mention key value, suppose name is a key, colon, what is my name, suppose name is Amol, then separated key values pair by comma, after that age, colon, specify the age 37 I think. Okay, next address, so address Karat. Great. So in this way we can write the key value pair but separated by comma, otherwise it gives you syntactical error. Okay, great guys. After that, print the dictionary. Print dict1. That is the name of the dictionary. Great. So let's check whether it works properly or not. After execution, what is the result? Yes, name is equal to Amol, comma, age is equal to, and it is all the key value pairs are included inside the curly brackets, similar to set. Great. Okay, so dictionaries are mutable. Yes, we can change the values inside the dictionary. Great. I think you know what is the how dictionary can be created. Okay, so what is the another way? Another way of creating dictionary is dict using what? Using dictionary constructor. That using that dictionary constructor you can also create the dictionary. So let's check whether it works or not. So second way, suppose dict2 is equal to name of the constructor dict, inside the dict key value pair, suppose name, okay, is equal to what, in double quotes Amol separated by comma, then age is equal to 27. Okay, it gives you error. Why it gives you error? Okay, so it gives you error, can't assign to the literal. Okay, it is some, no, it gives you error. Okay, so what happens? That means dictionary can't assign to function call. Yes, it gives you error. So how to remove it? Is there any way to remove that? Okay, so just check. Using colon it resolves. Okay, so using colon it get resolved. Yes, let's check. No guys, it does not resolve by using colon. So is there any option? Yes, we can use this option, name is equal to Amol. Yes, it resolves. After that, age, that is the key, is equal to 27. Is it resolved? Yes, it get resolved. That means key is does not assign any double quotes or anything, just name and age, this is key, and assign the value is equal to, that is because it is a name and age, these are the actually variables, and you can print it. How you can print it? Print dictionary 2. Great guys, I hope you understand the concept. Run it. Great, so it gives you correct answer. So this is the second way to create dictionary using dict constructor, and first way using curly bracket and key value pair is separated by comma and colon. Great, I hope you understand how to create the dictionary. Let's move to the another point. So we can access the items of the dictionary by referencing its key name inside the square bracket and display that value. So let's check whether it works or not. So after that, how we can display the key value pair? So remove this part, and x is equal to what, dictionary 1, and what we want to display, name. Great. Okay, so name, which is inside the double quotes. Now print x. Great. So after printing x, what it gives you? It gives you Amol as its value. So name is a key and its value is displayed. Okay, that means dict1 name gives you what, its value in x variable. Now print this x variable. Great, I hope you understand how to assign or how to take the values from keys to its respective value. Great, so let's move to the next point. accessing the items of the dictionary. There are the method also called as get method to access the elements from the dictionary. So dictionary 1 dot get method and specify what is the key name that it retrieves its respective value. So let's check whether get method works properly or not. Second way, what is the second way? Suppose y is equal to dict1 dot get method, and what we have to pass, get method self means current calling object, that is dict1, and k is your key. So what is the key? So which key value you want? Age. So specify age. So inside y, what we get? Print y. So y gives us what? 27. Let's check whether it works or not. Okay, it gives you some error. So what is that error? Built-in function or method does not use subscript table. Yes guys, what we have to do? We have to give subscript operator here. Don't use subscript because get is a method, and if it is method, use what? Rounded bracket, that is called as parenthesis. Great. I hope you understand, and run it. So after running, it gives you what? 27. Great guys. Get method is a method, so use parenthesis, does not use the subscript operator. I hope you understand that. So there are different methods to access the values from particular key, get method or dict subscript operator. Let's move to the next point. I hope you understand the concept. If you have any problem, doubts, let me know and write the query in the comment box or chat window. Great. So let's move to the next point. Change values. We can change the values of specific item by referring to its key name. So this is our dictionary. First create dictionary, then change the value of year. How we can change the value of key year? By dict1 in subscript, specify the year, and you can mention which year you want to change. Assign its the value. So let's check whether it works properly or not using the PyCharm IDE. So first create the dictionary, then dictionary 1, in that which I want to change age, so mention age, and what value you can assign it? 44 instead of 737. So let's check it works or not. Okay, so but what happened guys? We cannot print the dictionary, so print the dictionary, print dict1. Great. So now run the program and check whether it works or not. So what is the age? Current age is 44. So value of age get changed by using this way. Great. I hope you understand. Clear. So let's move to the next point. Different ways to print values and keys of dictionary. So we can print different ways. Print all keys names in the dictionary one by one using for method or for loop. Print all keys names. So use for x in dictionary 1 and print x. Great. So first check whether it works properly or not. Okay. So this is our dictionary which is we already created. So for x in dict1 colon, after that print what? Print x. So what it gives you? Guys, let's check what it gives you. So it gives you name, age and address. That is the keys, not the values. Only keys get displayed by using this way. So this is first way. Okay. So let's move to the next part. Print all values of the dictionary. It gives you only key names. Okay, second way. Print all values of the dictionary one by one. So how to display it? For x in dictionary 1 and print dict1 x. Great. So it gives you only values. Let's check whether it works or not. So instead of print, what you have to print? Dict1 x. Great. So let's check whether it gives you values or not. So Amol, 37 and Karat, these are the values. Great guys, it gives you values. Next, move to the next way. We can also use the values method to return the values of the dictionary. So how to print it? So for x in dict1 dot values, so values is coming into the x variable and you can print the values. Great. So let's check whether it works on the PyCharm ID. So x dot values. Okay, great. After that, just print x. So this way we will find only values from the dictionary. Great guys, it prints values only. Let's move to the next part. I hope you understand the concept and you enjoying watching my videos. Great. So let's move. Loop through both keys and value. Okay, great. How to print both keys and values? By using items method. Okay, so how to print it? For x comma y, that is key and values, in the dictionary dot items and print x and y both at a time. Let's check whether it works or not on the PyCharm ID. So x comma y, key and value, in dictionary 1 dot items. Great. And how we can print x comma y? Great. So let's check whether it prints both keys and values. So name Amol, age 37, address Karat. Great, it prints. Okay, so let's move to the next part. How to add an item to a dictionary. Adding an item to a dictionary is done by using new index key and assigning a value to it. So this is our dictionary. Yes, first create the dictionary, then dictionary color is equal to value. You can assign the value and print that value and check whether that value is displayed or not. Okay, so you can add new item to that dictionary. So let's move on the PyCharm ID and check whether it works or not. So what do you want? You want dictionary 1. Yes. In that, which key? New key. Suppose age, name, address. Okay. Next, car. Okay. So which car that person is having? So suppose Maruti. Okay. And print that dictionary values. So print it using print, and inside print use dict1. Okay, so choose dict1. Great. So let's move and check whether it works or not. Okay, so name, age, address and car. Which car? Maruti car. Yes, great guys. Hope you understand how to add new key value pair into the dictionary. Great. So move to the next point. Removing item from dictionary. So there are different ways, and that using that ways we can remove the item from the dictionary. So first way, using pop method removes the item from the specified key name. dict1.pop model and print it. So just check whether first way using pop method works or not. Okay, so great. So what is the first? dict1.pop. So pop is the method. So use parenthesis, use tab, and what you have to give? Key name. So key name is suppose name. Okay, so specify key name. So this name is popped from your dictionary and display the dictionary values. So let's check whether it works properly or not. So age, address is there, but name get popped. That means it is deleted from the dictionary. Great guys, hope you understand. Yes. So let's move to the next way to delete item from the dictionary. Another way is pop item method. Removes the last inserted item from your dictionary. Dict1 pop item model print dictionary. Okay, you can use the name of the. Okay, so let's check. Some mistake must be there. So let's check whether it works or not. So what is another way? Pop item method. So choose pop item method and find out whether any arguments is there. Yes, there is argument self, that is current calling object, that is dict1. Yes guys, we know that part, but another our object is there? No. So don't pass any values to that pop item. Pop item method automatically removes the last inserted key value from the dictionary. So great guys, check whether it works or not. So name, age and last inserted is address, and that address is automatically deleted from the dictionary. I hope you understand that pop item method don't pass any key value, because that otherwise it gives you some error. Suppose I want to pass name. So what happens guys? Let's check whether it works or not. No, it gives you error. Type error. Pop item takes no arguments. Great. I hope you understand that. I will show you another way to call the pop item method. Pop item. Okay. So pass what? Dict1. Great. Is it possible? Okay. So just run. What is the error? Pop item is not defined. Great. So okay, so how to call it? Using dict1 dot pop item. Great. So let's run it. It pop the item key value pair from the your dictionary which is lastly inserted. Great. Hope you understand the concept of pop item method. So this is the second way of deleting item from the dictionary. Third way, delete keyword. Using delete keyword, specify the key value, then it deleted that particular key value pair from the dictionary. Great. Okay, so let's check by using delete keyword. So another way is using delete, then from what? Dictionary 1. In that specify, suppose key, that is age. So age key value pair is removed from your dictionary. Yes. Great. Name and address is present and age is removed from your dictionary using delete keyword. Great guys, this is one of the way of deleting key value pair from the dictionary. So let's move to the another way. Using delete keyword, we can delete whole dictionary completely. Just delete dictionary 1, it delete whole dictionary. So what is the another way? Using delete and check whether it works or not. Great. Dictionary 1 is deleted, so it is not present. So what type of error? Great guys, name error must be there. Name dictionary 1 is not defined. So hope you understand. That means delete dict1 completely deleted from your RAM. If you want to print what? ID of dict1. So what it gives you? Let's check. No, not specified. If you have give a comment to this line also, then also what happens guys? It gives you same type of error, because dict1 name is not defined, because it is dict1 is deleted completely by using which keyword? Delete keyword. Great. Hope you understand. Next, clear methods empties the dictionary. That means dictionary instance or object reference must be there on your RAM, but only elements from that dictionary get clear using clear method. So let's check whether it works. Great. So remove this code and just use which method? Dict1 dot clear. So use which method? Clear method. After clear method, what we have to do? Just print. What do you have to print? Dict1. So dict1 clear. Yes, great guys. Hope you understand the concept. So what is the output? Output is only curly brackets because dictionary is present but elements in the dictionary is removed. From which method? Clear method. Okay. Hope you understand. So let's move to the next point. Okay. So let's move to the next point, that is copy a dictionary. How to copy a dictionary from one part to another? We cannot copy dictionary simply by typing dict1 is equal to dict2 is equal to dict1. What happens? Only references is copied from dict1 to dict2. Okay, but they refers to the same object. Copy of that object is not created. So whatever changes you have made into dict1 or dict2 is reflected both vice versa. Great. Hope you understand. We will check it. Okay, so let's move. Okay, so let's check whether it works or not. So what we have to do? Yes, remove this part, and what? Dict2 is equal to what? Dict1. Great guys. So print. What do you have to print? IDs of both. Just check IDs. What is the ID of dict1 and dict2? Both are same. Then that both refers to the same memory location. That is clear. Yes, dict2. So great. So check whether it gives you same memory locations or not. Great guys, it gives you same memory address location. That means when we copy dict1 to dict2 using equal to assignment operator, only references get copied. New copy of dictionary does not created on your RAM. Hope you understand. Great. So how to make the copy of dictionary? To make the copy of a dictionary using copy method. So simply use the copy method. So just move to the PyCharm ID. Okay. So what do you want? Dict1 dot copy method. Okay. So copy. But you can assign that copy to which object? Reference dict2. Great. And print. What do you have to print? Print dict2 and check whether copy is done using copy method or not. If you give the same result, it great. So dict2 having these values, name, age and address, that means it get copied. Great. And check the references also. So they are saved into two different memory location. And how we can check it? Using ID method. Dict1. Okay. Then print ID of which object reference? Dict2. Great guys. And check whether it works or not. So it gives you different addresses, 24, 104 at the last. That means these are two different memory addresses guys. So dict1 and dict2, these are two different copies created on your memory location. Great guys. Hope you understand that concept. So next way, another way to copy using built-in function, that is dict. Okay, so using that also, using constructor built-in function dict, we can copy one dictionary into another. Great. So let's check using our PyCharm ID. So which method? Suppose dict2 is equal to which constructor is available? Dict, and pass which object? Dict1. So it creates dict1's copy into dict2 and print using print method, print dict2. Okay, great guys. Just check whether it works properly or not. So dict2, what it gives you? Name, age and address, same as the dictionary 1. Great. So using that, another way also you can copy one dictionary into another one. Great. So hope you understand this concept. Thank you for watching my videos. and have a nice day.